All right, let's settle one of the biggest debates in the kitchen. It's a question that gets passed down from generation to generation, and it seems so simple, right? But getting this one wrong can have some pretty serious consequences for your health. So we're gonna dive in and get to the bottom of it once and for all. It's one of those habits so many of us have, and we probably never even questioned it. Maybe your grandma did it, your parents did it, and so you do it too. But is it actually the right move? So let's just ask it straight up. Are you supposed to run that raw chicken under the faucet before you start seasoning it and getting it ready for the pan? Think about it for a second. What's your go-to move in your own kitchen? Okay, so let's shift gears from what we've always done to what the science actually says. Because food safety experts, government agencies, microbiologists, they've all looked at this very question, and their answer, well, it might actually surprise you. And there's really no gray area here. The official, science-backed answer from all the big food safety organizations is a clear, absolute no. It might go against everything you've ever been taught in the kitchen, but the verdict is in. Do not wash your raw chicken.
And this right here is the core of the whole misunderstanding. We think we're cleaning the chicken, making it safer to eat, but what's actually happening is the complete opposite. You're not getting rid of the bacteria, you're basically giving them a free ride all over your kitchen, the sink, the countertops, maybe even onto your clothes.
And listen, this isn't just someone's opinion. This is the official guidance from the United States Department of Agriculture. They're not just suggesting you skip this step, they are actively warning people against it because the risk of getting sick is just that real. So why on earth do so many of us do it? Well, it's really just a habit that stuck around from a long time ago. Before we had the science to understand invisible germs and bacteria, rinsing things just seemed like the most logical, cleanest thing to do. It's a kitchen tradition that modern science has since proven to be a really bad idea. So what is the big deal, really? Well, the science behind the warning all comes down to the invisible danger of splatter and a super important concept in food safety called cross-contamination. Cross-contamination. That's the key term here. See, when that stream of water hits the raw chicken, it doesn't just nicely wash the bacteria down the drain. Nope. It basically aerosolizes them, launching this invisible mist of bacteria-filled water droplets into the air and onto pretty much every surface nearby. And we're not talking about harmless germs here. The main villains on raw chicken are serious pathogens like Campylobacter and Salmonella. These are two of the biggest causes of food poisoning around the world. And even though you can't see them, believe me, they pack a nasty punch. Think of it like a chain reaction that happens in just a few seconds. The water splashes on the chicken, that splash sends bacteria flying, and those little droplets land everywhere. On the counter where you're about to put your salad, on the knife handle, on the dish towel, and just like that, your kitchen has become a potential hazard zone. Okay, so if washing with water is actually the enemy here, what's our hero? What is it that truly makes our chicken safe to eat? The answer is actually really simple: heat. Let's be really clear, rinsing raw chicken under cool tap water does absolutely nothing to kill powerful bacteria like Salmonella. The only thing that can neutralize these nasty pathogens and make your food safe is cooking it to the right internal temperature. Heat is your real cleaning agent. So what's the magic number you need to remember? It's 165 degrees Fahrenheit or 74 degrees Celsius. That's the kill temperature. When the inside of your chicken reaches that temp, pathogens like Salmonella and Campylobacter are destroyed. This isn't a suggestion. It's your single best defense. And how do you know you've hit that magic number? Well, you can't just guess. You can't rely on the juices running clear or how brown the skin looks. The only way to be 100% certain is by using a food thermometer. Seriously, it's one of the most important tools you can have in your kitchen. Look, breaking the chicken washing habit is a massive step in the right direction, but true kitchen safety, that's about building a whole system of good habits that protect you and your family every single time you cook. So let's wrap this up with a simple, powerful checklist. First, as we've said, stop washing raw chicken. Second, always wash your hands with soap and water after you've touched it. Third, use separate cutting boards, one for raw meat, one for everything else. And finally, when you're done, clean and sanitize all your countertops and tools. Master these 4 steps, and you're golden. This whole conversation started just by questioning an old tradition, and it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other kitchen rules are we all following that might actually be myths, or even be doing more harm than good? It just goes to show staying informed is probably the most important ingredient you can have in a safe kitchen.